I'm back.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Just close out some of these pages. How are you doing as we load people in? Where are you?
Yesterday was a whole mess.
Can't hear you. Hold on, say again.
I said yesterday was a whole mess, but ended up having to go to the Apple store and they helped me force update my laptop because
Good.
apparently that's what was blocking my Zoom. And so
You got it all worked out.
yeah, I we tested it yesterday because after our Zoom, I waited until the agent called to see if it was like ours or if it was just mine. And I also couldn't get into that one. I would just keep dropping. So I
Hmm.
had two doctor's appointments, and after that, I went to the Apple store and they were able to force update it. I guess it wasn't updating at night, like it should have.
Mm.
And then we tested it there, and it's worked since. So hopefully, no issues today.
Okay. Good. Good, good, good. That's exciting. That is exciting. Definitely need a computer. We need our phone.
Apple problems.
Yeah. Welcome.
I've had problems with Apple since college.
No.
This is a relatively brand new computer. It's only like 2 years old.
Really? And you
Yeah,
still
part of
have those issues.
part of my scholarship was a computer allowance. So when I got it, I was so excited. And then, well, I've had nothing but issues since.
Well, hopefully we can overcome those and they're behind us.
Yes.
Go to
This
Windows.
this week has been a week, the theme being, does anyone know the theme?
The Olympics and being like an Olympian.
Practicing like an Olympian. Gratitude and community. Who in your network showed up big for you this week? A vendor, another agent in the field, a member. I wish we had other people on the call because I know that there's been a lot going on. Um, take a minute and send them a text expressing your gratitude for them. So, we've been talking a lot about practice like an Olympian. Um, I've been sharing some of my anecdotes as to what practice has done for me, and quite frankly, fully transparently, um, what the lack of practice and preparation has done to my business. If you compare it to other people who would arguably have the same or less talent than me, who practiced a lot more than me, and where it took them just by that discipline. Who had a gold medal performance in their activities yesterday? Victoria, you didn't really get an opportunity
Definitely
to do.
not me. Yeah, I will definitely say since being sick, I've been making up excuses for myself.
Mhm.
And so that's my if we're talking about me in the next 24 hours, I know that's a little section later, but is to not make excuses for myself, and to just do it anyway, even if I'm not feeling the best.
Yeah,
Even though I'm feeling a lot better, but I still was making excuses for myself yesterday after coming back, and I was like, oh, it's 3:30, like it's already too late and whatnot. And so I just woke up not wanting to make excuses for myself.
yeah. I was sharing, you weren't on the call, obviously, but it's going to be posted, right, William, into our library.
Yeah.
Um, that had my computer been crashing like that, I would immediately went to the store and got a new computer. Or did what you did, right? Like get it updated, do what's necessary instead of complain when my when Hurricane Irene took my office away from us and delivering us, nearly 4 feet of water. I took what I could get that day and I set up shop in my mother's apartment condo on her kitchen peninsula with four cats walking around, and I just kept going. I didn't miss a beat. And when we resolve to have the grit and tenacity and required uh, obsession on the end result or the mission, nothing will stop you, right?
Yeah, that's definitely my um I don't want to say goal, but what I will be working on next, just because,
What
yeah,
is?
um, like I said, not making excuses and just doing it anyway, regardless of what my brain comes up with as a deterrent for either the laptop or coming back late or whatnot, and just
Yeah.
having the grit to keep going.
Yeah, and I'll go out on a limb and say it's that first, so that when things it's here, it's on the page, right? The Olympic mindset. It is an Olympic mindset, handling pressure, right? I mean, I didn't review this, by the way. Um, One would think because I'm so damn polished that I've reviewed these and I've gone through the slides already, but I have no idea what's on the next page. Ben was sharing with that he role played this with us, and at the end of the day, he said it would have been better had I prepped for this, and he's probably right, right? But I just don't. I just don't. I go with it. I read it, and I'm kidding when I say I'm so damn polished. Obviously, you could tell I'm like, okay, this is the first time I'm seeing it. But my point is this: I would argue that the mindset, the no excuses mindset, has to be. It could be given. It could be contrived. I had to force everything. I had to force update my own brain, if we're on the topic of, that, the operating systems. My operating system is not defaulted to be a winner. I'm gritty and I don't quit. I may get distracted and go veer off topic or veer off course, but I mean, you ask people who've known me in business for the last 15 years, I've been pursuing the same mission, right? So it's this mindset, and then that creates that ability to muscle through whatever roadblocks or speed bumps or pressure you get. Olympic athletes embrace their high pressure scenarios. But in real estate, let me move this out of the way, we often avoid them in favor of something more comfortable, AKA lead generation prospecting. What are some perceived high pressure scenarios you faced lately, right? Follow up after an appointment that don't sign right away. Price reductions. You don't know what that is really. I mean, you know basic on the surface what that is, but you don't know what it is in practice.
Mhm.
Tough conversations with unrealistic clients. I love having those. Are easy for me. I value my time so highly that I have no problem, sometimes a little too abruptly, telling people like the facts. That's my delivery. I don't apologize for that. Call past clients. What else? I'll just say prospecting is the number one, I think. I think if you were to interview 100 agents in our office, 98 or even 99 will not pick up the phone and make calls. Sit with that for a second. And you may be saying to yourself, I get it. I know why. It's not really comfortable. They use the word more comfortable here, right? Oh, more comfortable. Um, I'll share with you that my experience is that those who do not pick up the phone, the vast majority, when I say vast majority, I mean like over 90%,
Mhm.
end up producing little to no business. Little to no business, meaning 71% of agents last year in the National Association of Realtors didn't sell a single home. That might be like, oh shit, let me go get a real job, right? Or or you could look at that as a major opportunity. Ignore the fact that we have 1.5 million, just shy of 1.5 million members in NAR, and focus on the fact that 71% didn't sell a home. So that only leaves, you know, 20, 28, 29%, right? And of the 29%, 90% of those people only sell 1 to 3 homes a year. That leaves, like, 5% of the realtors in America sell north of a dozen homes, probably north than 25 homes a year. So it's not as crowded a space as you might think. That's exciting to me. So when you do the right activities, the results are really exponential. What uncomfortable scenario have you been avoiding that could move the needle in your business right now?
Prospecting.
What is it?
Prospecting,
Mhm.
for sure.
Choose one conversation you would like to have today that you've been avoiding. Break into pairs and practice these. So theoretically, we're supposed to have, 5, 6, 7, 8 people on this call, and I'm sure people have valid reasons why they're not on the call, and then some people just don't get on the call, um, and so you'll just have to role play this with ChatGPT, or not Chat.
Yeah,
Why did I say
the
ChatGPT?
Gab
Gabby.
Gabby, yeah.
AI call coaching, right? Um, and they'll offer the advice. Your AI call coach will offer you advice and feedback and show you where your strengths are. But I would invest 20 to 30 minutes when we get off this call, and only 20 to 30 minutes, and then get on the phones. Your world will be markedly different in 3 to 4 months from now if you simply call in earnest, like really do it. Mute off so I can hear you, and I can critique you and coach you, and polish you up around the edges, um, and have a number of dials that will be made before you stop. I would even venture, maybe not right now, but in a month from now, you want to dials and contacts. I will dial 100 dials a day. You're supposed to do $1,000 a day as an agent on the team. Um, yeah, you know, uh, I'm gonna leave it up to you over the next until we meet on Friday. We're meeting on. You come into the office on Friday, right?
Yes.
You eat sushi.
Yes.
Okay. So what I would suggest is by Friday, you tell me what day you're gonna do the 1,000 dial day, and then we will together construct and build a bunker for you. Bunker is, and I would highly suggest that you don't do it at home. While you might think that might be a better place because you're not going to be as uncomfortable if people hear you, blah, 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 all that nonsense, which I know goes through everyone's head. You also have environment there that can disrupt you, that you could easily just stop doing it. You know, um, you could do it on camera all day, but whatever. So I suggest you come into the office. I'll show you where you can do it, where you'll have that space. And if it helps you, I'll do it too. I'll take that day and do it too. So we'll be in the vicinity of one another.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
What's the daily promise you make today? The commitment
Is
for the next
to
24 hours.
both practice and prospect, actually prospect.
So, William does that. William says, I'm going to call, but what?
I had my goal of 3 market reports, so I could continue to say 3, even though 3 feels a little bit ambitious since I've last done it. But I guess I'll keep 3 market reports from my.
Um, yeah, the number. You got to put a number on it. It's not enough to say I'm going to do something. You have to put parameters and guidelines and numbers on them. So you're going to do 3 market reports today?
Yes. I also had a quick question. Sorry to interject. Um, if I wanted a specific area in Mojo, that would be William who does it.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because I was thinking, because I saw in Mojo that people have like Ameni has his specific areas and then Jasmine has her specific areas. So I wanted to because before I was calling when I was prospecting 63 Hemlock, so I was calling 63 Hemlock, so I wanted to add that.
Oops, I muted myself. Okay, give me 1 second.
You're fine.
Okay, let's get going. Let's get going. Script practice 921. We did good.